Guys, welcome to this Brawl Stars video where we will create the new environment, the arcade, but also tiny version of Agent Mr.P and Virus 8-bit, and they are fighting each other on this beautiful clay map. ClayClaim. Oh, last night I couldn't sleep because I had this idea. I wanted to create a map with clay, well, an environment from Brawl Stars, and this is what we are doing in today's video. And maybe you noticed these two lovely guys. They are, well, I have forgotten their names, but they are the guys from the community from Brawl Stars, from the Brawl Talk. Everyone has seen, well, at least when you look at the view count, that was crazy. I think over 10 million people watched that Brawl Talk. And this is the new environment, the arcade. And I wanted to create that. We start with a black layer of black clay. A black layer of black clay. Doesn't really make sense. Awkward moment. And then we take this purple and many other colors and make a second layer. And then this is the satisfying moment of the day. Start cutting our piece of the map, which is 15 square centimeters. This is 5.9 inch, if you're wondering. Now we start working on all the elements we have on the map where you can hide behind. And as you know, there is this one brawler who doesn't really care about walls, and that's Mr.P, Agent Mr.P in particular, because when you throw your suitcase at walls, you will hit the enemy behind. Your projectile makes this tiny jump. It bounces after hitting and makes even a splash damage. On the other hand, we will have 8-bit in our match showdown. 8-bit, Virus 8-bit has a very long range, and this is so useful against many brawlers, but not Agent Mr.P, because he has an even longer range. 8-bit is the slowest brawler in the game and is very vulnerable to faster brawlers such as Crow or Leon, for example. 8-bit players should focus on killing short-range brawlers at a distance before they get closer and just destroy you with their superior short-range damage. And it won't be a problem against Mr.P, however, as he is also a long-range brawler. Back to our clay creation. I think these are gravestones, but I'm not sure about that. On the left side we have some weights, some wall elements, I guess, and now we will create the vegetation. And I think this will be crazy to create, but we will see, because we have to create many leaves of grass. This is what they look like, and we will place them on the map in the background. I tried to match the version of the map of the environment which we have seen in the Brawl Talk as accurate as possible, because this is what it will look like in the end, finally. I think so. Maybe they will still work on the map, because it said work in progress during the Brawl Talk, who knows. Then we have these different spots of grass, and we have also some further spots where we will put these walls, the wall elements. I think these wall elements are used on construction sites, for example, to stop the traffic or just to make a barrier, for example. Let's find out what's the exact middle point of our environment, so we can make the spawn hole for the diamonds, for the gems. And this is the cover, which you also see on the street. I don't know the English word for that. But probably there is a word for that. And what I really love about that one, there is this beautiful detail, this skull this Brawl Star skull, which you always see in the pattern, in backgrounds, in the game design, for example. And this is bright pink for the inlay, for the inner part of the spawn hole, and we put this to the side because look who has just found its way to the shop. And I think 30 gems is not that much for this skin, for this variation of a skin. And we will start creating Agent Mr.P. With the latest update there were also some further new skins. Well, we have Virus 8-bit, we will create in a minute, Harry and Bibi, Street Ninja Tara, Cupid Piper and Koala Nita. What is your favorite of these new skins? Mine is definitely Mr.P, because I did this video where I revealed who he truly really is. I love that tie, this beautiful tiny red tie on this guy. I don't know why, reminds me of Donkey Kong. I love Donkey Kong. I should play Donkey Kong more often, I think. This is the head of Mr.P, but as you know, this is just a mask. Underneath is someone else. I will link the video so you can see the truth. We have this tiny bird beak, which is also quite nice, and the eyebrows. This is a variation of the eyebrows of Mr.P. Agent Mr.P looks a bit cooler. This is the cool guy, and we have the suitcase, which he is throwing, and I know that it turns blue and a little bit transparent while throwing, but I decided to go with this suitcase in our tiny battle scenery, well, because this is not real gameplay, this is just clay and I can do whatever I want. At least in my clay world, don't take it away, please. This is Virus 8-bit! The skin of 8-bit was amazing even before, but now with Virus 8-bit, I really like it that they did this whole theme around the arcade and that they created a virus version of him. The 8-bit who gone mad and doing crazy stuff. This is no regular green clay, I just threw in some yellow and some white in order to get this glowing green on the skin, and then we have the feet, which look more like tentacle somehow. And then we have this tube, yeah, I think so, and we can put this guy onto the plate. The final things we will create with clay, the gems, the tiny stones we will place in the environment, and I will stick a needle inside so that we can make them fly. Freshly baked environment, arcades environment, and this is the fun part. Now that everything is after oven hardening and quite solid, we can start assembling the whole stuff. But before we have these marks on the environment, I'm not sure if you have seen that, and I want to paint it. At first I thought we could make very thin layers of clay, but that's not possible, not that thin. So this is why I decided to go with acrylic paint, and I am quite happy with the end result. Now we can glue all the pieces on the map of our environment. This is the cover with a skull. We take some wool because we want this glowing effect. The moment just before the stone, the gemstone is spawning. We have three in total, 3 of these. Then we have the suitcase. But let's paint some light effects on the gemstones first, and we can clip them off and put them into the environment. place them where they belong. Oh, that looks so beautiful. Look at that. 80% male audience, and we are creating gemstones with clay on our channel. Now, this is Mr. P. Let's give him his suitcase, which he is throwing right now. Oh, that's it! Mr. P versus Virus 8-bit and the new arcade environment.
Oh, the time has come. I've been waiting for this moment for such a long time.
I will sneeze and give you the virus.
Not if I attack you first. Take that.
Oh no, no, not that thing. Oh.
So I'm really curious if you liked this tiny miniature map. Please leave a like, sub to the channel if you haven't, and let me know what I should create next. Have a great weekend and take care, guys. Bye!